What up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Stealth in the building. World famous Beatology, world class DJ, producer, whatever crew. Check us out on www.beatologist.com. How y'all doing this morning? I know it's kind of early on a Saturday morning, but I got shit to do today. Tomorrow's Beat Swap Meet, which is the biggest hip-hop event that travels around the country, you guys. You guys got to check it out. It's the core of hip-hop. We got dancing, break dancing. We got vinyl. We got producer battles. We got MC battles. Everything that hip-hop started off, we have. And Beatology, we will be there selling vinyl records and selling beats and, you know, doing what we do. So, good morning, everybody. Get on your social media, you know, tell a friend, because I'm here for you guys. I don't like speaking to myself, you know, and basically it's Beatology 101. We could talk about anything, though. You know, my life is beats, but we could talk about life. We could talk about the news. We could talk about females, guys, whatever y'all want to talk about. I was thinking about doing an interview with one of my long-term friends and business partners, one of the Beatologists, Havmatic, otherwise known as Jay Mosley or Javier Mosley, and get an interview. Very talented guy, very diverse background, and he has a lot of things to teach. So you guys tell a friend, because this information is some good information, you know. Again, we charge for this shit. $500 an hour consultation. You know what I mean? So if you want to get on the board like Lady Gaga and Beats by Dre and all these other brands did by using us, get on board. We're here to help. You know what I mean? We're here to learn. We're here to teach. So what's up, Javi? How you doing today, brother? You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check out Jay Mosley. He's online. He has 2 hot CDs out right now. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys, make sure to put your URL in here, Javi, where they can get the CDs and stuff. You know what I mean? So since my boy Javier always been here since junior high school and all the way till now with my 44-year-old ass, let's see. Let's talk about placing records today. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are wondering, you know, how do we place these records? Excuse the room, you know. I just brought one of my babies with me. You know what I mean? So you guys be like, how can that be me? You know what I mean? How did Beatology place 29 placements last quarter? How did Beatology place hundreds of songs in film and television through publishing? Well, I'm going to give you guys a couple key pointers and a couple key things to look at when you're trying to get your music placed. Number one, go to the website, www.beatologist.com, and check out who's looking right now. They're called listings. Listings are what artists and record companies and people with budgets most of the time put out to let the community, music community, know what they're looking for. You know, there's literally hundreds and hundreds of people looking for things a month with budgets. You know, so I post those things. I post most of them online. And if you want to sign and get down with our publishing, then you get to see everything. You know, so we're going to talk about placing some music. What's up, Randolph? I'm going to talk about the Rihanna placement because that's life-changing. You know, we're going to start here because we need to talk about this. What is life-changing? Where are you at as a producer? Where are you at as a musician? In my opinion, okay, an A-list producer is somebody that has a #1 record right now in mainstream, rhythmic, or urban charts. You can find those charts at allaccess.com. That's allaccess.com. It's free. Allaccess.com, and you can get all these charts. You know, so an A-list producer has a #1 song right now on the charts. Real charts. which are media base and BDS. Those are the ones that count. All these other charts, as far as I'm concerned, is paid shit. You know what I mean? Those count. What I mean is that media base and BDS are the ones that actually monitor spins in the radio. So make sure you register your song with media base and BDS, or you're not going to get counted as spins. Everything is about spins. Everything is about radio spins. That's what we look at every week as executives. We look at what is getting spun, what is going down in spins, what's going up in spins, and we study the trends in music. That's what you have to do. Study the charts. If you want to place big records, study the motherfucking charts. It's free. Billboard.com, allaccess.com. What's up, cousin Tyrone? I see you. Alvaro, what's up, man? Europe in the house. So we got through that. Media base, BDS. Those are the charts that count. A-list producers are number one on them charts. B-list to me is that you're in the top 10 on those charts. C-list to me is that you're in those charts, meaning you're relevant right now. It's about what you did within the 5 last years. Go try to sign up to be a Grammy voting member. If you don't have nothing within the last 5 years, you're irrelevant. You can't even be a voting member. And what I don't like is film and television doesn't count. So you got to have points on the board to even have an opinion. You know what I mean? So get some points on the board, you guys. However you can, get some points on the motherfucking board. And this is the easiest way to do it. This don't cost you shit. It ain't no janky shit. It ain't no sign-up fee. It ain't no motherfucking cost per listing. It's just a standard 50-50 non-exclusive publishing deal. Meaning, whatever we get, we want 50% of. You still own your music, and you can take it, and you own 100% of your shit if you place it. That's the game, you guys. That's the game. I signed it many years ago. Publishers wouldn't even answer my fucking emails till I had a #1 song. Above the Law, Sex, Money, and Music. Do your research. Look it up. I got my gold #1 Billboard ring. You know, that's relevancy. When you have a #1 record, and when you have it within the last 5 years, or you have it now, that's relevancy. So if you can, the best $200 you will ever spend is go and sign up on the Grammy website and become a voting member. And if you don't have something within the last 5 years, at least sign up and network. It's the most serious networking I've experienced. So go to Javier, if you can post a website where they sign up, that would be great. But basically, it's to be a Grammy associate. You know, you can Google the shit and the website will come up. You know what I mean? The second thing that you should do is sign up and go to NAMM Show. That's NAMM.org. And come to Anaheim once a year. You're going to meet all the top musicians, engineers, and it's the best networking in the world. And if you do urban music and even pop, I would say, a mainstream, you might want to go to the Urban Network. UrbanNetwork.com. We were on a panel this year. You know, there's plenty of resources out there. It's only fucking $100. Back when I first started, I couldn't afford that to sneak in. That shit used to be $500. It's $100. Get your hustle up. Shit. A lot of my fucking ex-bosses at Interscope ain't working right now. You know what I mean? So you never know where this industry is going to turn. So get your hustle up. I don't give a fuck. I'll go Uber. I'll go Lyft. I'll motherfucking do whatever it takes to fucking pay the bills for my big goal. You got to do what you got to do. So if you don't have $100 to spend in Urban Network, start saving up now. That's a fucking year from now. You know what I mean? NAMM is $200. Most of y'all trick that going to the strip club. You know what I mean? Or buying some herb. What's more important? Your career or foolishness? Buffoonery? Tomfoolery? Whatever you want to call it. What's important to you? So, $200, NAMM.org. Join the NAMM Show. Get your ass out here for NAMM Show. It's the biggest NAMM, National Association of Music Merchandisers. Everybody is at that motherfucker. And then you can invite 5 people. So why don't you just split up the money with 5 people like we did one year? You know what I mean? Good idea, Javier. The GS Lounge, which is owned by my homie Tyree, DJ T. One of the biggest DJs in LA, his nephew is the biggest producer right now, DJ Mustard. They do showcases up there. One of the only places I know that you don't have to pay to play. Holler at my boy Leland Jones. Tell him DJ Stealth sent you. You know what I mean? So it's opportunity out there. You know what I mean? It's opportunity out there. It's up to you guys to have the knowledge, which most motherfuckers are going to charge you for this shit, or have some type of scam involved. I told motherfuckers I'm going to give back, so I'm giving back. So, there it is. Nam Show, motherfucking, what else did we say, Javi? You got to keep me on track. GrammyPro.com. What's up, Rachel? How you doing? Hey, I got to thank you, Rachel. You know what I mean? You never know who you're going to meet and who God is going to put in your life. Like, I load records, and I'm 43. I'm not even supposed to be loading shit. And I fucked my shoulder up, and God sent me that angel right there, Rachel, and she hooked me up. So if you guys can afford or a good chiropractor, holler at my girl, Rachel. She really, really knows what the fuck she's doing. She saved me. I have no pain. Thank you. Salute. Anyways, make sure to give your information if you want to, Rachel. Shouts out. GrammyPro.com. That's UrbanNetwork.com. And if you can, Javi, can you post a website for how to register the songs through MediaBase and how to register the songs through BDS? It's free. It's called encoding your music. That way their computers will recognize it when they play your stuff in the radio. Then it doesn't count. Copywriting. Can you put that link down there too, please? Copyright your shit. Then you don't have to worry about people biting and all that foolishness. That's just part of the game. Copyright your shit. You know what I mean? So, back to the great, the producers. I know I'll be going on side tangents, but whatever. A-list, you got a #1 record in the media-based rhythmic or urban charts. B-list, top 10 in those charts. C-list, you're in those charts. You're relevant. D-list, you was relevant within the last 5 years you had something. And then everybody else is just, as far as I'm concerned, you starting from scratch. Because motherfuckers don't care about what you did. They only care about what you're doing. Okay? Not what you did, but what you're doing. Okay, placements. Okay, one of the biggest placements on here is Rihanna and Beyonce. Do you hear me? Rihanna and Beyonce, some of the biggest fucking artists there are in the world. So what do? All right. Beyonce's on my fucking Facebook page. I know Jay Brown at fucking Jay-Z's label. Okay, so these are direct connections. You know what I mean? Guys, a lot of times these artists don't have creative control, meaning they can't pick what goes in their albums. A lot of times executives have creative control. Do your homework. So, you have to think like an executive when you do these listings, especially for these big artists, because they're the ones probably making the final decision. Artists can probably record what they want and turn in what they want, but I really doubt that they have creative control. Anyways, think like an executive. What do executives give a fuck about? Money. That's it. This is about putting points on the motherfucking board. Because they get percentages of this shit. Big percentages if you're lucky. And a salary. So, what I do, I will go and study what was Rihanna's biggest hits. What was Beyonce's biggest hits. You can go on Spotify, you can go on YouTube, you can Google, you can do, it's so much research, man. Back when I first started, it was no fucking internet. Now you have all this free fucking information. You know? What was her biggest hits? Then you got to start picking apart the songs, listening to the songs. What key are they in? What tempo are they? What drum sounds they use? What keyboard sounds they use? What writing style? What cadence were they rapping or singing in? Who wrote it? Who produced it? You got to study for these big artists, because when we present to those artists, we're presenting with the 100 other top motherfuckers in the game. They don't really give a fuck about your name anymore because they cheap. The budgets are cheaper. They give a fuck about the music, and I like that because now they'll give a listen to everybody. If you have hot shit, fucking send it. And just don't send a beat, send a fucking song. If you don't have a song, send a hook. Because they might like the beat. They might like the fucking song. They might like the motherfucking hook. You have a better chance if you send off fucking versions. Alright? So, study the fucking artists. You should be able to tell me what were their 10 biggest hits, who produced them, why they were the biggest hits at the time. Once you do that, then you start studying what was their latest releases on their YouTube. Because a lot of times, they can release whatever they want on YouTube. So, some artists have that kind of control where they can release mixtapes and all the songs that aren't going to make it in an album. So you can get a vibe of what the artist like. Because it starts with the artist a lot of times. A lot of times the artist gets these. Sometimes the A&R get them and they filter through them. You know what I mean? Sometimes the executive will get them. You know what I mean? So you got to make it through the chain. So you got to make sure the chain is cool, which is usually the executive, the A&R, and the fucking artist. So, choose beats right. Choose the right beats. Make the right beats. Make custom shit just for them. So, think like an A&R. Think like a fucking real artist. Real artists, they're real competitive. They want the biggest records. So if you were smart, you would write mainstream records. Those are the ones that get the biggest airplay. If you're in LA, that's like the shit they play on Kiss FM. Rhythmic is second to that. That's like the shit they play on Power 106. Urban is the shit they play on K-Day. You know, do your research if you're not in this market. What's up, Saki? What's up, Dwayne? So do your research. You know what I mean? So study the artists. Study their YouTube, study their Spotify, and study everything about those songs. And then study the way that the market is going right now in music. You don't want to study her hit from 10 years ago, then you present some shit that's dated. You got to realize that you got to produce at least 4 weeks in advance of the curve, because a lot of times it's going to take 4 weeks to set up the record once the label gets it for mastering. So, think ahead of the curve. A lot of you guys are a little behind the curve. You know, think ahead of the curve. Think, what's the next sound in music? Think, what can I do to put my sound in it that will not corrupt but add to the record? All right, we went over studying the artists. I would also, when you do this, man, make sure your pricing is right. I'm not getting $10,000 motherfucking dollars a beat no more. That's just not how it is. Motherfuckers in the charts are only getting $2,500. And honestly, it's just an advancement. Make sure your fucking back end is right. Make sure you're not ghost producing or ghost writing. That's what you need to be worried about. Worry about your credit. You know what I mean? So, advancement is cool, but just make sure you get that 3.5 points as a producer. Make sure your credits is right. Make sure you're set up with your PRO. It stands for Performing Rights Organization. It's either ASCAP.com, BMI.com, or CSAC. I don't know which one is the best one. I've always used BMI. Shouts out to Miss Dickerson, Cheryl Dickerson, because I knew one of the heads over there. That's why I signed with BMI, and I love BMI. I just got to check. So did the rest of the beatologists that got the placements this quarter. You know, thanks to you guys for keeping the good work up. You know, these guys, man, are doing some great work. You know, Javier got one of my, I wish I was on that TV show, The Real Housewives in New York. Great placement, dude. You know what I mean? Congratulations to Ray. Ray got some placements. I got some placements. And the new team members, be expecting some stuff, man. We got some excited A&Rs and some excited music supervisors that heard the new stuff. So keep up the good work. What's up, Rana? Thank you. What's up, Belgium in the house? You know, like I said, if you guys want to talk about something else, or I can go off in any trajectory you guys want. You know, I'm just talking about this music placements. Once again, we are Beatology Music. Check us out at www.beatologist.com. We have listings, free sign up that are due every day. This is life-changing things, you guys. Some of those listings are $150,000. Did you hear me? Some artists aren't getting that to sign. And you still own the freaking song. That's what I love about film and television, guys. One of our songs, We Party in VIP, got placed over 30 times. One song. So, great to be a beat maker, but be a producer, guys, and start producing great songs. Songs make more money. They get licensed more. A song will change your life. And then you own 100% of the writers if you did the beat and the damn song. If you composed the music and wrote the song, you own the full copyright. You're going to get 100% of the publishing. So, we all need to do great music. Study the charts, you guys. I'm not saying like not do your own stuff in your own sound, but if you want to make it big in the music industry, you got to please the audience. I mean, it's great to please each other and please ourselves, but if we want to make a living doing this, we got to have a following. You know what I mean? If we the only ones that like the shit, then we the only ones that's going to be supporting it, and it's a hobby at that point. So turn it into a career. You know what I mean? And do your admin. You know, it's really simple. You guys should copyright all your stuff anyway. So you guys should have the admin as administration, meaning do all your paperwork, like type out your verses, type out your copyright, type out your song. And then after you guys get done recording the song, do split sheets. That way it's no arguing about who deserves what. Do it right after you do the song. 20% goes to this person, 20% goes to that person. And then before you even record, have a conversation so people know if they're ghost writing or ghost producing or work for hire. I don't do none of that shit. You know, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know what I mean? But everybody has a different way of doing business. Just, I'm not going to ghost write. I'm not going to ghost produce. I'm not going to work for hire. Give me a piece of the pie. I start feeling like a bitch if I don't get a piece of the pie. I don't give a fuck if I'm getting $250,000 a year. If I got $250, I know how much you got, motherfucker. At least $250 million. So that is my take it of the day. Take it of the day. Okay? Remember that. Take it of the day is to the janky ass executives that be using motherfuckers and don't know how to treat their team and give their team equal deserving money. I mean, if you agree to it, you agree to it, but to keep a good team around, and I'm still learning. Trust me. Thank God my team has patience. I'm still learning to be a leader. It's very hard. It's easy to be a follower, but it's very difficult to be a leader. I'm still learning. I make mistakes. Trust me. I almost made a big one. Thank God I got some real friends and some patient friends. And you know I'm talking to too. But listen, guys, treat your team right, man. For real. It's hard sometimes because sometimes it get frustrating. You know what I mean? But I got to work on my patience. You know what I mean? And you got to, man. You can't do it by yourself. You know, with Interscope, it was a team. It was Jimmy Ivan. It was Ron Fair. It was Steve Berman, Kevin Black, and the rest of us. It wasn't one motherfucker. You know what I mean? You need a whole team. You need great artists, great songwriters, great producers, great engineers, great A&Rs, great marketing team. If all that shit don't add up, you're fucked. All that shit got to be hitting at the right time or your project's fucked. Thank God Kevin Black gave me an opportunity to come work inside the building and see how this shit really happens. And thank God my cousin Kevin got me the job at Disney, and I got to see what really happens in that capacity. Because when you pull back the curtain, you guys, you might not like everything you see, but it gives you the knowledge to do your own shit. And use that, learn what to do and what not to do. You got to, from every experience, you got to learn what to do and what not to do. What's up, Jason? I see you. And Javi's right, man. It might take a little time for the placements, but with film and television is different than placing for Rihanna and Beyonce and artists. That shit, I only like to send like 6 quality songs. I don't like to blow them up with a gang of songs. If they want to see more, they come to the website. That's with big artists. Anyways, with film and television, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The only reason I place most of the songs out to 29 songs because of I have volume. I have 320 beats up. You know what I mean? Those are old ass beats. All my producers have better beats than that. But the only reason I play so many because I just have so many up, and it's just it's a numbers game. The more you submit, the bigger your chance in film and television. But don't get me wrong. Now they're starting to get more high quality music on these shows, man. I'm hearing like beats that you could shop to A-list artists on some of these reality shows. So I'm not saying do garbage stuff. You know, the main thing is make sure it's broadcast quality. That's the biggest thing. If it's not broadcast quality, I mean, they use it right from the website and right from our Dropbox. So it ain't no remixing. Unless it's an artist, then they're going to track it out. We're going to do paperwork and all that. But film and television, they use the WAV file directly from our Dropbox. So if it's not good quality, they don't have the patience enough. Oh, do the mix and put it in key, put it in beat. That's simple stuff that you can learn at macprovideo.com. Like, I'm not going to lie. I thought I knew everything in the world. You know, looking at my resume, yes, 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 and myself. Fuck that. You always got to learn. When I want to learn, I go to macprovideo.com, and they have everything there. From theory to business to logic tutorials to every tutorial, even Photoshop and video shit. So if you want to brush up on your skills, you got to study, practice, execute. Study, practice, execute. Okay? MacProVideo.com. If you're signed, I'll give you my passcode. But if you're not, then I don't know what to tell you. It's only $20 a month. So MacProVideo.com for your studying. You know, get your theory right. I'm trying to get my theory right. You know what I mean? One of the things in the in our Beatology working document, which is the document for the company, that's what I'll be bitching about is the admin, is what key the song is in. You know what I mean? That's not that easy. You know what I mean? So get your theory right. A lot of stuff is easy. The beat per minute, I mean, when you do the song, it tells you right there in the fucking DAW, Digital Audio Workstation, or Logic, or Pro Tools, or whatever you use, what the BPM is. And some of them might even tell you what key it's in. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. What else can I say about placements, man? Just because it's due on a due date doesn't mean like submit it right before the due date. As soon as you have it, submit it, because I'll immediately submit it, and the sooner the better, because they're looking. You know, fuck around and shit, and as soon as you send it, they get it, and then we get a check. So don't be sitting on music. You know what I mean? Copyright and upload your whole fucking catalog if you want to get placements. I mean, you still own the rights to the shit. You know, it's just giving other publishers the rights to shop your stuff. And you should be out shopping too. Because like I tell people, man, some of you guys are going to move ahead of me. And if you do, I'll sign the same deal with you. Okay? It's about who has the connections. It's about the music, but it's about relationships and who has the connections, man. I don't know what else to tell you. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to work for free. You know what I mean? Why is it 50%? Because that's standard, and I got to split my 50% with 2 other people. And I got to pay lawyers, and I'm not going to go about all the other shit motherfuckers got to pay. You know what I mean? And like, when you're an A-lister or a B or C, then it's easier to negotiate that, man. But I can't go to my boss, Kevin Black, without the ammunition. I look like a fool. You know what I mean? And relationships is everything, guys. Like, you don't want to get moved to the bottom of the list, I'm telling you, because relationship, they like you, they're going to use you, man. You know what I mean? You got to be liked. That's one thing Black told me, be likable. And I know I'm light-skinned, you know what I mean? I go through my light-skin shit, you know. I'm trying to be more likable. I'm trying to be more approachable and more friendly, you know, and that's good for business. You know what I mean? It's good for business. Listings. Fuck. I can't think of anything else. You guys have any other questions about the listings? You know, if you're a beatologist, make sure that everything lines up. You know what I mean? If I look on the Dropbox and I look on the fucking website and I look on the admin, it should be the same amount of beats. Because I'm not the only one to have access to this shit. The publishers do. And when the publishers see the shit ain't right, or the admin ain't all done, they tired of filling this shit out. It ain't our job, man. For real. That's called an administration deal. You give people 10% to fill out a couple lines. Okay, you want to give somebody 10% of something that you can fill out, and you should know this information anyway. This is for you. If you don't care, nobody else is gonna fucking care. You should care about this shit. What's the link for the charts? Allaccess.com. And then sign in. It's a free sign up. And then billboard.com. And then you could study individual charts. That's what I like about it. He just asked me what are the link for the charts. Charts are important, guys. Don't get caught up in this is my sound, and unless your sound is you got a following, you might just be making music for yourself. You know what I mean? That's one thing I can say about Javier. Javier has a good following because he's a good dude and he's likable and he has good music. You know what I mean? You got to have a following. This guy packs out venues and he's smart. He doesn't want to like get a big venue that he can't fill. You know what I mean? So you got to have a following, guys, if you're a live act. You know, even if you're a producer or a DJ. You know what I mean? So got to have a following, man. If you want to make a living doing this shit as an artist or as a DJ or as a big producer, you know, you could do film and television and stay stealth behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And it's good money doing that. You know what I mean? But that shit is even harder. I mean, we got... I could talk some more. Diversify yourself. And I know it's hard, guys. Like, if you're a real musician and a real producer, I understand it's hard to do all genres, but have those type of musicians at call. A lot of guys are thirsty and they just ready to work. Some guys will work for hire. Some guys will work on spec, meaning speculative, meaning if we get a placement, I'll give you 10% or whatever percentage you work out. You know what I mean? Like I said, you can go on the Grammy website, GrammyPro.com. You can go to the Recycler.com, MusicConnection.com, and find these musicians. There's plenty of resources. And all you have to do is use my resume and be like, look, I'm working for Beatology. They had 29 placements last quarter. We need some songs. And some of them have upfront budgets. Some of them have upfront budgets like $150,000. Some of them are gratis, meaning it's just back end, meaning you don't get an advancement, you just get a percentage. And guys, how you get paid with that is the bigger the show, meaning the more eyes on the show, like Empire, the more you get paid. And the longer they have your song in it and what it was used for. If it was used for an intro, it's a different rate. If a song is a different rate than an instrumental for background music. So you got to check your PRO for that. Performing Right Organization on the rate. But basically, try to get on the big shows. You know what I mean? Listen to the commercials. Don't just go by the commercials. Listen to the commercials that's running in between the shows that you're studying. Because you might get more money for the commercial music than the damn show music. Because most of these commercials I see is an upfront fee. You know what I mean? And like I said, some of them are motherfucking $150,000 fucking dollars. You know what I'll do with $150,000 right now? I'll move out of Moreno Valley. Back to LA. So, that's what it is, you guys. Study this shit, man. Study, practice, execute, and be a master of all genres. I know it's hard, but learn your instrument. Learn the fucking keyboard. See? You hear that? That's me with the keyboard hooked up, practicing again. Because with a keyboard, you could fucking emulate any instrument. You know, so if you learn keyboard theory, in theory, you can do any genre of music with good, realistic keyboard sounds. You know, so all you musicians out there, is really no excuse. I mean, if you're a real musician, then you should be able to play all genres of music. You know, ask Javier in Berkeley. You don't just study one genre of music, right, Javi? How many different genres of music did you got to study in Berkeley? You know what I mean? So it's good to be diverse, and it gets your chops up. Really gets your chops up being able to play different kinds and genres of music. What else? What else? If there's any questions, you guys can always fucking call me. You know what I mean? Call me on Facebook. But with no ado, I'm going to see if Javier is really going to pick up his phone. I'm going to call him and on Facebook and see if he picks up. Okay, how do I do this? Javier, boom, boom. Here, let's see if it works. Answer your phone.
Hello?
Jay Mosley.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sir?
Yes, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? I don't know if you can... Where you at, the park? I don't know. Let me see if something's going on with my settings. I should have checked this maybe beforehand, right, fellas? Hold on. Let me go to... This shit should have a built-in mic.
Hello?
Can you? I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Input. Hello. Huh. Line in. Oh, it's no fucking mic. I mean, it might help if I had a mic. I thought this fucking mic. I might have to call on the phone. Hold on. Can you hear me or you can't hear shit? What's up, Adi? Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. You know what? I'm gonna call. I'm gonna see if I can do it through the phone because it's not working through. Hello. Hello. You know what? This damn. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, my bad, man. I forgot on this Mac Mini. I need an actual microphone. It doesn't fucking have a mic built in.
Oh, it's all good.
Can you guys hear Javier? Because I don't want to start this interview if they can't hear you. If you can hear Javier, you guys please say you can, because what this brother has to offer us, I want you guys to hear every bit. So if you guys can hear him, please let me know. What's up, Kevin? Can you hear it on your end, Javier?
Yes, I can.
All right, so we'll just. How you doing today, man? What, you at the park, man?
Yeah, I'm in Long Beach at the Bayou.
Oh, at the Bayou Festival, man. That's dope, man.
Another great opportunity to learn and listen to some good vibes, bro.
I know, man. We need to hook up with some of them cats, man, because it's hard to find Zydeco people, man. It's hard to find those players. Are you guys, are you working or are you just hanging out?
I'm hanging with Chase, bro. I bought my guitar. I'm going to play a little bit today, too.
So Chase is down there selling?
Yep.
All right, so make sure you guys go down. If you guys in the Long Beach area, go down and support our sister Chase and Javi's wife Chase. She has some hot stuff for you guys: sunglasses, women's fashion, women purses, and I want to go, but I got to get ready for Beach Swap Meet tomorrow. But I really want to go and eat some of that Cajun food, man. I really, dude. You know, I want to go down there and grub, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Javi, can you tell them a little bit about yourself and what you got going on?
Well, born and raised in Los Angeles. Been passionate about music since the age of, I guess since I was born, but really got into it when I was 11. Um, I chose a path of studying music. Initially, I started out with some jazz, which is a great foundation because I later on found out in life that jazz is it came from two genres before that, blues and American gospel, and it shares similarities in chords from like Baroque music. So, people thought jazz wasn't going to live a long time, but jazz took over. So, I studied up in Santa Cruz. I was in jazz bands at our school, Laces. High school. Then I went to Cabrillo.
Shouts out to Laces.
Huh?
I said, shouts out to Laces. That's where we all met, you guys. We went to Los Angeles Center for Enriched Studies on Pico. That's where we all met. Just so if you hear us mention it, that's what we're talking about. The unicorns.
The unicorns.
Yep.
But shortly after that, jazz bands, jam bands as well. I had a great opportunity to go to medical school and went there for a year. And then after that year, man, I got a call from my people over at Maverick Records to join a band that was signed. It was the first signing to Maverick Records, Madonna's label. And, we got to tour with Rage Against the Machine and Cypress, Onyx, all the great '90s bands. But it didn't just stop there. After that, I went to Santa Cruz, studied more jazz, and I went to Berkeley. And when I went to Berkeley, that was the life-changing moment. I mean, it was nothing like Fame. Remember that TV show Fame?
I used to love that show, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show too, man. I thought it was going to be like that, but you know what? The attrition rate there was 60% of all freshmen the first semester, they leave or get kicked out. I told myself I would not be part of that.
Now, what's the percentage of people actually getting accepted? Do you know that? Because I heard it's pretty rough getting in Berkeley.
It was very low. You had to do a lot of work to get in, man. If you had the money and the references, you could get in. I didn't have the money, and all I had was just my skill. At least what I thought I had of skill. You know what I'm saying? And I sent in my application. I had a couple cool recommendations when I got there for these auditions. I'll be honest with you. I was taught a lot just in that audition. I was a big fish in a small pond. And I think that's a big problem that we as early producers and musicians and creators we're big fish in small ponds. But when you step out and you don't have the appropriate tools from one, listening to OGs, two, listening and understanding what the game is about, three, what kind of sounds are out there, we get swallowed up quick. And, we set ourselves up for some sort of being disadvantaged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very hard without the right guidance and the talent.
Yeah. So, I did that, and then I excelled very well, man. Then after Berkeley, dude, I came back here, and, I did a lot of, it wasn't just about going to school and learning music. It was about learning how to network. So then I hooked up with, huge music, film directors like Harold Ramis, all these guys that did Ghostbusters and all these films. They gave me opportunities to write. And that was years ago. And guess what? Just like you said earlier, man, I got a lifetime checks coming from those shows.
Yeah.
From putting in the work then. MTV's Undressed, Spider-Man video games, like all these things that I didn't think much of then, but now I'm going, wow, man, it really works. But you have to stay on that grind because those few checks, they won't sustain you.
Nope.
And I agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. Especially with the new guys on Beatology, and I'm very happy to be part of a Beatologist team. I have a lot of information to share, but I want the guys to know that I'm available, but they have to come look for it. I can't go out there and chase them because I'm involved in a lot of stuff. And
can I interject this and make sure you guys be clear on what you guys want to do, man, because either it's going to, when you deal with musicians, either it's work for hire, meaning you're going to give him some money. And back when I was working with Ice Cube, it was $500 a musician. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much Javier charges work for hire. So either it's work for hire or you co-writing with this man. So please talk about these parameters beforehand so it doesn't be any confusion. You know what I mean? Because this guy's a Berkeley musician. Now, did you go to school for Berkeley for guitar or bass, or what did you go to Berkeley for, Javi? Because I still don't know.
film scoring and songwriting composition.
Nice, great. So you got a lot that we can learn from, guys. We have a Berkeley graduate right here.
Huh?
No, I was telling them that we can learn a lot from you. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, I think that's the benefit of being a part of this team effort. Like I'm not a solid hip hop writer, and I admit that I own that. But I can study and I can pick it up, and you know, I'm immersed in hip hop. But I know my forte is, you know, I can do what I need to do, because you have to be willing to study and understand the basics. Because, you know, hip hop, some folks think hip hop is easy, but you know what? It really isn't at times, because it's about what's current. Like, you got to, like you said earlier, you got to be tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You got to be
you have to have
way ahead of the game.
All the new keyboards, all the new drum sounds. You got to know how to program, because the programming is getting more difficult. I mean, if you listen to some of the hi-hat programming, it's going through 20 different timings. You know what I mean?
All different subdivisions.
You know what I mean? So you got to know your theory, guys. You know what I mean? So you got to study. But I'm not going to lie. I don't know a producer that's a master of all genres. You know what I mean? That's a tough thing to do.
I don't think there ever will be. But I tell you, you have to be open to listen. Like I say, bro, I listen to everything. Like, I'll listen to Arabian scales.
Yeah.
And that's, people are like, why do you want to listen to that? Because you know what? That gives it a flavor that you never know you're going to need. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that old adage I was taught. If you read one chapter of oceanography, and you read one chapter of cinematography, and you read one chapter of medicine, if you ever engage with some folks you're trying to network with, and you can at least talk about a little bit of something, they'll be like, God, that changes the whole conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And that leads you to different directions, and that's just been proven. So with music, you know, in my current projects, you know, I have a band. It's called J Mosley and the JMB All Stars. It's a Latin fusion band, Santana style mixed with like hip hop. You know, we forged. Oh, no, I'm sorry. But it's forged with energy, and you know, we're doing music festivals. You know, I've been touring a lot, but I don't just look at it as a band, because everyone in the band has their own style. You know, I mean, you know the crew, G. But everyone brings something dynamic.
Tell them the name of your albums. Both albums.
The first album was Under the Sun. It was released last year, 2015, and the latest version album is called North of the Moon. It's a mixture of Latin soul, blues, and jazz, and funk.
And where can they get the information to add you on all their social media and see your upcoming shows and buy your merchandise?
Absolutely. You could go to J Mosley Music on all social media. JMosleymusic.com, Twitter, Instagram, everything. And one other thing too, that's funny you say that, Gordon. Guys, when you want to promote yourself, don't have 4 different names for one project.
Branding.
I see cats go, yeah, the brand. Don't be like, yo, I'm Jay Mosley. Yeah, I'm Javier Mosley. Yeah, you know, it's like, you got to pick that one identifying, because you know what, you end up losing people.
Branding.
Huh?
That's branding. Like I told him yesterday, like, don't be like Havmatic. Don't be like Javier Mosley. It's J Mosley every time, because that's building your brand. J Mosley. J. Every time you say it gets ingrained. You don't want to confuse people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's very important. You know, that and your URL, it would be great if it said that. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's your URL? What's your website?
JMosleymusic.com.
Exactly. It says his brand in the URL of the website. You know what I mean? So, guys, that's very important. Shouts out to the other producers. What's up, Eric? Hope to see you on board. My boy Eric right here just had a #1 hit with Boney James. Congratulations to my boy Eric.
Oh, snap. Nice.
You know, shouts out to Nick Green, one of the best A&Rs I know. You know what I mean? Yep. And Randolph Brown said, did he say Lifetime? When you do publishing, that's why I advise all you guys to start a publishing company. You know what I mean? Yep. You get lifetime checks, or your kids will get them.
I started my publishing company, G, back when I was 17.
Wow.
And
what's the name of your publishing company?
Somnolent Productions.
At ASCAP?
Yeah.
So, guys, if you don't believe none of us, That's the best way to check if people are lying. You could go to Beatology Music at BMI, and what's yours, Javier?
Somnolent, SOMNLENT Productions.
ASCAP. All right, go ahead,
Yep,
sir.
ASCAP. And you know what's cool too, G? And if I could just interject this one thing, man, that I learned recently. Guys, it's okay to not know everything, because I don't know everything, and you have to be open to learn the new stuff and learn, because if you think you know everything, you just set yourself up. And I have a lot of things going on, but I got all these opportunities from making some mistakes, but quickly recovering and listening and learning. And that's the name of the game, because, you know, if they like you, they're going to use you. And if they don't like you, they're going to blackball you. And guess what? That's not a good thing, because this industry is huge, but then it's very small. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you know, it's very small, and that word gets around. Like, I don't want to be known as like that guy. I want to be known as like, hey, he's a reliable guy. And it's very important.
And can I interject something, man? And like, that's very important, guys. Like, on some other shit, like communication, man. We gotta, as brothers and of humans, we gotta learn how to communicate better, man. You know what I mean? I have to really learn how to communicate better. You know what I mean? We all do. You know what I mean? Because it's better sometimes just to meet with somebody, man, or just get them over the phone, or just, you know, because sometimes when you text things, it's in the wrong context and shit just get out of hand. So, guys, if there's ever a problem with me, anybody, please call me on the phone. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can work it out, man, because I have nothing but love for all you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys help me out, so I'm trying to help you guys out. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for people helping me, I wouldn't be able to help you. So like my boy Black says, help me, help you, help us. So nobody's perfect, man. So I like to, you know, thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for your patience. You know what I mean? Because this shit could get stressful, man. A lot of us, you know, have families. A lot of us have side jobs. A lot of us, you know, are making sacrifices to do this. But I really believe this shit will pay off. I see it's a $30 billion a year industry, and I think we can get a nice piece of that if we present the right shit. It ain't the point of if we know motherfuckers. We know everybody. 90% of the motherfucking listens, I know the motherfuckers, and if I don't know them, guess what? My business partner, Kevin Black, knows them and shit, or my other business partner, Dion, knows them. That's why we have partnerships. You know what I mean? It's about getting your music to the top, then giving them the right shit and having the right attitude, guys. And there's so much money out there. Like I said, right now it's listings for $150,000. They have budgets like that, more than artist budgets. So, guys, please get on board. Is there anything else you think we need to talk about or need to add as far as these listings, Javi? Because I don't know, man. You could probably tell them in a more diplomatic way.
No, I'll tell you one thing though too that I definitely learned. I think this paramounts every single thing that we've been talking about. We got to keep this stuff close, man. We can't take advantage of each other in a sense of like running off with contacts and doing things. Like, yeah, it's cool to network, but we have to be respectful for where these contacts and things come from, because it's taken years for, like, if I have something, I've been working in this industry for quite a long time, close to over 30 years, and if I'm working with somebody and, you know, we're doing our thing, I don't mind sharing, but I do expect a certain sense of respect towards what I've created. You know, it's kind of like a connection game, you know, 6 degrees of separation. But, you know, we have to respect each other's hard work and show etiquette towards that, and not run off with things and just take abuse, because it happens quite frequently. And for a while I was jaded, man, out of the industry, because I tell you, man, I'd written this one song, and I had some people around me, and the dads came up missing, and almost 9 months later, that exact song was on the radio, mixed, mastered, and I could not do anything about it. You know, and man, the context I had, it's like, that hurt me, dude. Like, it was a #1 song, and I'm sitting there like, that would have changed my world, but you know what? I'm thankful I had to learn it that way. You know what I'm saying? I look at it in hindsight, like, you know what? Maybe I wasn't ready for it, but going forward, G, and everyone on Beatology and the folks who are listening to this interview and who will listen to it in the future and who are interested in getting to this part of the the industry. It's all about those relationships, man. Don't run off with these listings and and do what you think is best for you. You know, it takes a lot of work for us to put this in motion. It takes a lot of effort for me to support Gordon. And it's not only 30 years of friendship, you know, I got to watch his back in the sense of when he needs something. If he's going to send me a listing for something specific and he thinks I can do it, you know, I got to at least honor that and do my best, but not just take it and run with it, because that's not how it works. And, you know, and I tell you, it'll bite you in the butt at the end. So I think that's huge, and I think that's all I want to say.
Man, I mean, I could go off on a whole tangent, but I will. I don't give a fuck. I'm going long, so I'm just going to talk about this for a little bit. You know, I've been through a lot too, man. You know what I mean? I used to tour with Ruthless Records with Cocaine and the Butter Law and stuff, and, you know, that's back in the day when, you know, it was kind of rough, man. You never know if you have to fight each other or fight other motherfuckers and all that ghetto shit. So I'm like, okay. Then I went from that to, like, you know, working with George Clinton, and then from the Interscope to the Disney shit, you know. But, so, you know, I kind of started feeling myself, you know what I mean? And then until I met more powerful people than me at the time and really see how people do it and how the really rich people do it, it really put me in perspective. So that's when I met Kevin Black. I met Kevin Black through me and Jerry Cocaine. We used to be in a group together called Hip Hop Unlimited. If y'all don't know who Cocaine is, he's probably he's in the Guinness Book of World Records of being probably the most featured artist of all time. Anyways, me and him used to be in a group called Hip Hop Unlimited. We used to dance and shit, and then I started DJing for him and shit. And his cousin is Hutch from Above the Law. You know, if you guys don't know who Above the Law is, they were signed to Easy, and they had Black Superman and a whole bunch of other hits. So anyway, so I got all jaded and stuff, and, you know, so then I meet Kevin Black. Kevin Black used to be an enemy. Kevin Black used to be over at Death Row. You know what I mean? So I met him and shit, you know, through, let me finish the chain of command. All right, I knew Jerry. I met Jerry Cocaine in the streets just through DJing and all that shit. And then I met Alan from Truth, the lead singer from Truth, Alan Lawrence McNeil, right? Through Coca. And then through him, I met this guy named Remy, which writes for Truth, which is a good friend of mine. And through Remy, I met Kevin Black's old OG friend Marcus and shit. That's how I met Kevin Black. So through all that chain of command, that's why relationship is fucking important. If I'd have done some janky shit to any one of those people and shit, they wouldn't have put me to the next level. Anyways, when I first met Kevin, you know, I'm just like every other motherfucker. You got to realize Kevin was one of the biggest record executives of all time when I first met him and shit. You know, so I'm just like another nigga meeting him and shit. Kevin didn't even know how to pronounce my fucking name for the first 2 years. All right? So, I had to court Black for motherfucking 3 to 4 years even to get on the street team of Interscope. This is me coming from being a platinum producer and all that yada, 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 yada. Right? So I'm like, man, fuck all this shit. Why I gotta be out here passing out flyers and all this shit? Guess what? Everything I did, Black did double. I went to the Army, he was a fucking Marine. I was at Rootless, he was at Death Row. Yeah, Rootless was kind of crazy, but at Death Row was crazy as a motherfucker. Okay? I mean, they slap you just like, beep, and go on like nothing happened and shit, okay? So, everything that I was dealing with, he had to deal with 10 times as much. You know what I mean? So, all that to say, now he's like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Get to know motherfuckers, man. Everybody's not going to just let you in. You know what I mean? You got to be likable. You got to be trusted. You know what I mean?
And one thing you got to say with that, though, G, and I think, and not to interrupt.
Go ahead.
When you're given those opportunities, you got to be ready to work, man.
That's good, dude.
You got to work.
Listen, I mean, work. Like I tell people, everything but some gay shit. Everything you could think of. It was like the movies. I was buying dinners, buying lunches, buying shoes, doing street team shit. But guess what? From that, I ended up becoming the West Coast Director of Marketing and Promotion at the largest record company and shit. Breaking Lady Gaga, getting the Beats by Dre account, and thousands of other things you could read on the website. You know what I mean? But you got to be humble and never cross that line. Okay? To this day, I'm loyal as a motherfucker to my nigga Kevin Black. Soon as Black left Interscope to go to Warner Brothers, motherfuckers was woofing that shit. I'm one of the only niggas up there that still was like, that's my nigga, and that's my nigga to this day. You have to really like motherfuckers and be down. If you don't like motherfuckers, don't work with them. That's just the bottom line. Because real motherfuckers in the music industry, they get talented motherfuckers all day long. They gotta like you and trust you. That's how I got my motherfucking job at Interscope. Okay? That's how I went from no fucking experience in marketing promotion to becoming one of the LA tastemakers and shit from IE. And a lot of motherfuckers is hating. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta work hard. Like Javier said, I worked hard. We would be into them fucking clubs at 3 in the morning and be in a conference call at 7 in the fucking morning. And guess what? If you didn't get your spins, you'd be out the door. Every conference call, motherfuckers talking about firing motherfuckers. Okay, here's a conference call. Okay, who's not on the phone? All right, get him on the phone. They fired. Okay, thank you. Next, who didn't get their spins? All right, well, we about to find somebody else in their market and train them. Okay? And we're going to get these spins somewhere or the other. That's how record companies work, you guys. Everything is about radio spins. Okay? And promoting and marketing artists. That's what we do over here at Beatology. What was the foundation of Interscope? Tight producers, tight executives, tight marketing and promotion. That's the key of any fucking record label. If any of them things ain't hitting, then shit's fucked up. You know what I mean? So, be humble. Use these contacts right. And you know, I get it. Everybody want to cut out the middleman. But it ain't all about that, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of relationships are destroyed because of shit like that. Black and Dion would never go around me to any of my producers. Okay? Go ahead and try. They gonna tell me, and then you blackball. It ain't even cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, we're tight like that, and their music supervisors ain't gonna let anything bypass. Because guess what? If anybody does some weird shit like that, then you can't have our 70 producers and 2,000 beat catalog. Producers like Javier and people on there that have that are Grammy winners and multi-platinum. You know what I mean? So again, the listings are at www.beatologist.com. You know what I mean? The beats are up there. Please support my boy Javi. I love you, Javier, man. Thanks for your patience, forgiveness, man. Like I said, man, whatever I can do, man, for you and your family, man, I'm here for you guys for life, man.
That's right. That's right. That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to say to all my brothers that are listening in to, man, we have the greatest job in the universe, man, and respect it. Music is everything, dude. And if we could make somebody happy, that's amazing. But if we could feed our families, that's the life. So let's work together and feed these lives with this music, bro. And with that, I'm going to go listen to some Zydeco music and have some food. All
right, tell the family I love them, Javier. I love you guys, and you ain't gonna be able to make it to Be Swap Meet tomorrow, huh? You'll be there, huh?
Yeah, I gotta be here tomorrow, but
it's all good.
I'll be at. And another thing, I'll be at NAMM in Nashville this next.
Oh, that's dope, man.
I'll do a podcast out there. Hit me up, just do a live thing.
No, please do.
What it's like out there.
And please do a live. If you could do a live broadcast from where you at, that would be great, man. If you have enough battery power.
You know how we do.
Yeah.
An interview. Set up an interview. Just do it.
All right, cool, man. Thanks, Javier. I'm on my way to LA now, so call me if you need anything.
Will do. All right, brother.
All right, love you, man. All right. So, what's up to my cousin Darius Brown? What's up to my other cousin Jasmine? Darius, can I get an interview, man? And Eric, can I get an interview? You know what I mean? We gonna change this into some real shit, man, because motherfuckers ain't really talking no real industry shit. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? No day is promised. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not scared of no gay mafia, Jew mafia. Yeah, we all want to live, man, but let's tell the truth, man. You know what I mean? Let's help some people, man. Let's change some lives. You know what I mean? Let's make more billionaires, more millionaires. Let's create stronger communities, safer communities. Let's each one teach one. Let's build. So, let's see. I'm gonna, what else to talk about? Oh, I know what I can do. Y'all want to hear my little Prince tribute? I said I'm gonna start practicing keys again. And then, so this is what I came up with. And while this is playing, I hope you guys don't mind, but I need to just give a little moment of silence for all that has left us and all that has taught us. Rest in peace, Prince. Rest in peace, Muhammad Ali. Rest in peace, KMG. Rest in peace, Status. Rest in peace, Bob Hernandez. Rest in peace, Foot. No day is promised, you guys. Be right. Treat people right. Do right. Be crystal clear. Be happy. Be prosperous. Be you. Because all I can be is me. God is good. So, have to play my steel drums because